wait. Don't fucking put it away yet. Steven thought that was good, so you might as well just go into fucking.
Happy
Fuck
Friday,
yeah.
guys.
Fuck yeah, man. What a way to open.
Yeah, I agree.
Beautiful guitar, great fucking song, perfect tone to go with it.
Let's put it away and let's say what's up.
Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. Last minute show. We're doing one tomorrow too, so don't worry. But I was like, fuck it, let's just fucking do one today too. Like, I'm off, you're off. We can both jerk
it's
off.
not just I mean, we have one more before the summer ends, but this is definitely getting closer to the end of the summer. So it's last of the summer shows. But I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've been wanting to just kick it off with some fucking
Van Halen,
Gnarls
for
guitar,
sure.
You know, some
Some
guitar.
Gnarls.
Yeah, respect to Van Halen.
Respect the wind.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that, though. I really do.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
Awesome.
How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome to, obviously, Culture Vulture Radio. I am Connor, and this is Sean. If you don't mind, like, subscribe, share this out there on all your appropriate social media links. It fucking helps us out. It doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't hurt you. Actually,
Doesn't
it's
hurt
a
you.
credit check, though. It is a credit check. So if they're going to do a hard inquiry, you're going to get credit. If
They're
you
going to do
share
a
this
hard
out-
R inquiry.
Yeah, hard R inquiry. Hard R inquiry.
Hard R inquiry for you there, bud.
What's up, Jewis? What's up, Pablo?
Hey,
What's up,
Joey's in
Steven?
the chat. Steven,
Who's Steven?
Pablo.
I'm not sure if I know Steven.
Steven's been here before. He's been in the chat.
Oh,
Not
I'm
all the
bad
time,
with
but
chats,
he's-
But what's up, Steven?
Yeah, you're not one of the. You don't really look at the chat. I constantly look at it because I enjoy watching everybody argue in the chat, which is always fun for me. I always get off on that.
Thank you for sharing, Jewis. Appreciate that. What's up, Pablo? What up? Much love to you, Pablo. Much
Yes. So, sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out real quick.
Trying to figure out if you're a boy or a girl.
Yeah, that's all.
You
Yeah,
got a
hey.
yeah, flower.
It's fucking, it's still up for debate. No, cool. We got some shit to get into, especially. No, fuck it. Let's just jump into it. Well, hold on.
This is gonna be a Connor-led show because this is kind of impromptu, I guess. You know.
Yeah, and I had shit. I got really drunk
you know.
last night, and I was like, I can write a show in 10 minutes. I did.
Honestly, thought you were passed out for a while because I hit you up and I was like, well, actually, no, I thought I hit you up. I was supposed to send a message to you, but you said you want to do a podcast, and I hit you up with some stupid video, meme, or whatever it was, and you responded. I'm like, damn, he's probably passed out sleeping. And then I thought I sent you want to do a cast, but you never responded. I was like, fuck, so I got to send that to you again. I'm like, damn, I never sent it to him. And then you responded right away. I was like, all right, he's good. He's fucking good for it.
Yeah. I fucking I was having a drink last night because I was off, which I tend to do.
Would you have to drink that, boy?
A lot of whiskey. And then
Whiskey.
cheap shit. I don't know. I always buy cheap whiskey. I like it for some reason. I can't explain it. I
For
really
some
do.
reason,
Yeah, I just like it. Like, I
don't
would
think
never.
People can explain it because it's just alcohol.
Yeah,
Same
well,
reason you
yeah.
like Juice Force.
I like Juice Force a lot. I also like these bad boys right here. The fucking Golden Monkeys are fantastic.
So you go for high ABVs. You're looking to get the job done.
Yeah, but like, so
Not
fucking
trying
what
to
is?
beat around the bush.
Yeah, so what
trying
was
to
it
get the job done.
the last time I was off, because for anybody who doesn't know, I did 3 weeks straight. I did do 2 weeks for the National Guard, and then I had to go to work this fucking week. I was shot, but I did end up getting having a good buzz, and I ended up beating the Yakuza like a dragon. So I'm basically caught up on Yakuza right now, which is great because there's 2 of them coming out. I'm drinking that Citrus Voodoo Ranger IPA. Dude, they're fucking awesome. And they really get the job done. They really fucking work.
Yeah. So the Juice Rangers to me. So Voodoo Ranger was a good company at first, and then they got weird, and they got all these high ABV ones. And I tried one time. I couldn't even drink it. It tasted like I would compare it to a Four Loko. It tastes like a fortified IPA, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I was in Connecticut
Fortified's
recently,
a
2 weeks
good
ago,
word.
and there was this vagrant-looking person just going in there to buy a couple tall boys, and their liquor stores there are liquor store slash beer, so which is fucking super convenient. New York needs to get their shit together, but I went in there and this guy went straight for the fridge. He knew what he was getting. He grabbed 2 Voodoo Rangers, and I was like, damn, Connor needs to know that he's drinking. That's like the equivalent of like today's Steel Reserve. But this guy, like, no,
No,
he's like,
no,
so what are the Voodoo Rangers? Are they 9 or 9 point something?
9.5.
This guy, 'cause, like
9.5
Steel
for
Reserve's
sure.
like
Yeah.
8 or 9. These are a little over. This guy was like, damn, these are like 9 point something. I need to get these in my fucking.
Steel Reserve is the fucking Pontiac.
No, it's the same thing. Same thing.
This one's good. This is 9.5, but this is fantastic.
So good story about Golden Monkeys. Ready? So I grabbed a 6 pack. Well, actually, I've had a couple run-ins with Golden Monkeys. I had a run-in with Golden Monkeys one time.
Oh, that's
live at the
racist.
5.
I get you're in New York, but come on.
He's such a funny bastard, you cocksucker. So the Golden Monkeys are 9 or 9 point something. They're at least 9%,
9.5.
which is, yeah, that's really up there for a fucking beer. And if you're drinking a 6 pack, anyway, I grabbed a bunch of them one time for a Live at the 5, which is a festival in our town, and I got a little like snarly towards my now wife, but like at the time my girl, but like snarly, like I would never get like that. Like I just said a couple shitty things, and I was like, all right, that's not a beer I should drink. And then I grabbed Sour Monkey.
Which
I don't
is
know if
even
Connor-
stronger.
They're a little stronger, and it's the same beer, but it's been so they use a certain yeast for the Golden Monkeys. For the Sour Monkey, it's a Brettanomyces. Brettanomyces is the type of yeast they use. It makes it sour, and it's like 9.9 or 10.5, some stupid shit. But I was playing a show. That's where it gets good. So I'm playing a show with my band, simple punk shit, having a good time. We're done. I'm
Thanks,
off
Steven.
stage and I'm still drinking. I'm kind of getting a little into it. I grabbed a cooler from 7-Eleven, which was one of those styrofoam coolers, had it filled with ice. But we're sitting on the side of the stage. This place in Ronkonkoma, but it's kind of like not like a bar venue, more like an open warehouse where you can like kind of just chill, smoke, and do whatever. But I was like, "Yo, JT, I'm just feeling a little drunk. You mind bringing me home?" He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna chill and have a good time." I was like, "I don't blame you, And then like 20 minutes later, I'm drinking my beer and I fucking fell, just standing there. I don't know what I did, but I fell down, crashed through the styrofoam cooler, which was the 7-Eleven cooler, just demolished it. And then I'm like sitting there in a pile of like ice water, looking at JT, and he's like offering me a hand to pick me up, and I'm like, "Can we go home now?" And he's like, "Yes, I'll bring you home." I was like, "Thanks, Dad.
Dude, you
Thank
are.
you so much."
I haven't fallen in a long time. God, it's weird. So
I have terrible balance, but I don't usually fall. I can rebound pretty quick. Like if I'm not drunk or not, I stand weird. So it's people don't understand the way they stand definitely contributes to your back problems, your knee problems, your leg problems. I stand very weird. I lock my knees back. So like I've noticed it. The only reason I noticed that I stand weird is because I'm
what are you,
looking
a
at
fucking
pictures.
minotaur?
Nah, bro, I'm looking at pictures of myself. I'm like, why do my legs circle back? Like it's a backward circle. And my doctor even said, he's like, your calves and this and that they're not built the right way. You're definitely building wrong muscle and stuff. Anyway, so the way I stand, like I stand with my knees locked, so it's kind of back, and then I also stand with my butt out, which you shouldn't do. You should have your butt in. Like anytime you bend over, you should have your knees behind your toes. It's just the proper way to bend. Like I'm not like, especially like holding my son. I'm like sitting in my fucking sticking my crotch out, like I'm fucking trying to attract fucking birds, and it's horrible. But yeah, like thinking about the way you stand and your posture, and then correcting it, huge difference. Huge difference. My
I
knees were
walk.
fucked up for a while, man, and they're feeling much better.
I unfortunately walk like fucking Charlie Chaplin. Same thing with Dad. I have Dad's posture. It's fucking like my back is fine, but like I walk literally like Charlie Chaplin, and I look like a
I saw
fucking
a really
idiot.
good meme recently that was like, the younger crowd, but still good. Like they're gonna feel when they get younger, but it was a good meme. It definitely made sense. It said, "You're not old, you just don't stretch," and that's so fucking true.
Yeah.
Like when I remember, like my dad didn't do anything athletic, didn't go to a gym. Connor is a different dad, so he really, he can't share the same thoughts that I share. His dad was
Shut the
weird
fuck
growing
up.
up. He was a really sexually abusive dad.
We have the same dad.
No, no. He had a different name when he fucked with you. It was
Ew,
Peter. Lick it,
that's so
Peter.
terrible.
Lick it, Peter is what he called it. Anyway, but he never like did anything physical. I remember a couple times like playing catch with him outside, and he was just like didn't really bend his legs. We always had that
Yeah,
joke. The way dads ran, dads actually these days don't really run like that. I think dads are more active. They're more into like recreational sports and working out and things like that, and keeping your body in shape, which is obviously fucking smart.
Dad walks like the peg leg pirate from Family Guy. There's no bend
He's
to his knees. It's fucked up looking too when he walks. You're
he's
like,
been
ugh.
like that since like my mom made fun of him too when he was in like his early 40s. Like your dad never bends his legs and he like runs really. It's, you ever seen power walking with kids? There are competitions where you can these kids power walk. They don't bend their knees. It's hysterical that they get super into it and like they just look really ridiculous the entire time. It's I feel like it's honestly exploitation of kids.
Joey, send me the link when the show's over. I'll definitely hop in. Oh yeah, but as I was gonna say before, because we were talking about like the Juice Force and shit, dude. So when I go out, I always go to dinner before the Saturday show. I go to dinner and then at this bar down the block from me, they have like the best burgers. Um, but I'll drink
How
like
how good are they?
that. I go back every weekend. But
Fair enough.
I'll drink like 5 Juice Forces, come home, and then I'll sit here with a Manhattan and do the entire show, and I'm fine. It's not until an hour after the show. Like so last week, Toasty invited me on her show, and I went on her show, and then midway through, I was like, "Oh shit!" And they're like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm drunk." I was like, "Just ignore me." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I was like, I'm really drunk. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit." And then 2 o'clock, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, I really have to go." I was like, "It's all kicking in. Goodbye," and I just left. I was like, "Fuck." But yeah,
That's how it
man.
usually feels towards the end of the podcast we do, like Saturday nights. Like I'm wiped by the end, completely wiped.
Yeah, you've been tired, but you have a kid, so
Yeah, makes me fucking tired. A lot of things going on.
makes you gay. No, but
Yeah,
fuck
it
it.
does.
Let's hop into it. Let's talk about some really fucked up things that have been happening because
Let's delve deeper into the shitty world that we live in, because there's no escaping the shit that is this world. It's not even this country anymore. It's this world.
dude, I tell everybody all the time, take the fucking black pill or the clown pill and just laugh. Just laugh at all of it. It's all so funny now. Anytime anything happens now, I just giggle. I don't give a flying fuck. Um Oh yeah, Chewy, I'll be there tomorrow after this show. I'm definitely going to be on there. But yeah, so there's no
What you
point in
got?
getting
What you
ups.
got?
I will. There's no point in getting upset anymore with what's going on. Like we're not voting our way out of this. If you try to, I know it sounds stupid. Like if you fucking try to, oh, Chewy, that's what we're getting into. If you try to sit there and vote against this, like you're fucking dumb. It's like shoveling water back into the ocean. Because who cares? Who gives a fuck? What's up, Mister Eric Fitzpatrick? Eric Fitzpatrick once got so drunk, we were rating people's streams, and he set up his own DJing equipment and was just screwing with this lovely black couple, and it was one of the greatest moments of podcasting history.
Amazing.
Raised about the health of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell following an incident at a news conference in Kentucky Wednesday. McConnell appeared to freeze up.
Let me pause it because he needs to see this. Oh, you should put an apostrophe after the D though. It should be D Eric, not Derek. It should be like, yo, what's up? My name is D Eric Fitzpatrick. Look at my avatar closely. Is it the back of your? Is it the back of your fucking head? Holy shit! Let me just wait till Shaw comes back so he can see this. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Damn, I love that fucking avatar, dude. Yeti's in the chat? I didn't see that. Yeah, so Chewy, we're gonna get into this because this is damn, he's old, man. He's gotta pee a lot. I don't think Eric's gay. I just think Eric's a fucking psychopath. It's Eric. Now he's saying he's Yeti. I just don't believe it anymore. But it could be because Yeti loves to fucking sit there and change his name every fucking episode. Every episode, Yeti comes back with some other fucking bullshit, and I love it. Yeti's one of my favorite people. We actually text each other once in a while outside the show, which is sweet. Actually, almost everybody in the chat, except for maybe Steven, I talk to outside of the show. Like, me and Liz talk all the time. Yeti talks to me. Fuckface Von Fucker fucking talks to me. They like we all chat. Like we all have each other's numbers. It's fucking great. But yeah, Sean. So I waited for you.
New questions being raised about the health of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell following an incident at a news conference in Kentucky Wednesday. McConnell appeared to freeze up during a session with reporters. The Minority Leader's staff put out a statement saying
these
he's
amphibians are
lightheaded,
finally
but is
freezing.
doing fine.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
It must be so terrible to be that old that every time you look up, you see the Grim Reaper standing in the crowd just waiting, and he's just like, you fucking. It does, yeah, your avatar does look like Eric. It's pretty good. Yeti's in the. I thought it was Eric Fitzpatrick, Sean. It's Yeti, the guy that we used to call Yosemite Sambo. Like, yeah, he's in the chat as Derek Fitzpatrick. But yeah, dude, this shit is so crazy because
I'm trying to smoke weed over here, and you fucking interrupting me, dude. You fucking rude, dude.
Keep that W talk off the YouTubes. They ban you for that now.
Really?
Yep.
You serious?
Yeah, they've gotten so pussified, dude. YouTube's really cocked. It sucks.
So,
It used to be.
Call it
You're just vaping.
No, I'll call it unicorn cum.
Fine by me.
I'm doing a load of unicorn cum right now. It's delicious.
Hey, this guy can find some
I would
fucking
encourage
unicorn
everybody.
cum.
Oh, actually, you want to see my best Mitch McConnell? Ready? Here we go.
It's good.
Ask me to get
Solid.
off stage. Ask
Get
me to
off
get off
stage.
stage.
Get off stage. Senator, you all right?
You see the way I do that? See the way I freeze still like him? I'm good. I'm good like that. Ask me to smoke a load of unicorn cum.
Smoke a load of unicorn cum.
Sure
First
thing.
off, Yeti, she's not a Southern Jewish princess. She's just a Jap. She's a Jewish American princess.
Who we talking
But yeah,
about?
Liz. But it's so fucking crazy that these people can retain power for this long. Like, who's the other one? Feinstein. Feinstein's like fucking 120. She's like Methuselah at this point, and she's in a wheelchair. She doesn't fucking recognize what anybody's saying. And then she's just she somehow still gets fucking elected, like this fucking retard right here.
Similar episode happened on Capitol Hill in July and was also described as lightheadedness.
Whoa, what a weird way to end that. I didn't even notice that at first. Did you see that?
These people don't get elected.
As light.
What happened?
These people don't get elected. You know.
No, I know. But did you see the way it ended?
Yeah, it just ended.
No. Look closely at the screen.
Headedness.
Oh, really? So it's funny because my son Carter watches Sesame Street all the time. There was one with
Now to renewed.
New
I forget
questions
who
being
it was. It was some pop artist, and he goes to do some sort of song. And he does this real quick, and I was like, all right, whatever. And then Jason Derulo's on another episode, and they're like,
That's how it
asking him
ended.
to dance. And they're like asking Jason Derulo, like, "Oh, you did show us some dance moves." He's like, "All right, I got you." He goes real quick like this, and then does his dance moves. He doesn't say anything about the weird hand signs he's doing. He does them real quick, and then like it's not even like, "Oh, Sean, you're being suspicious." Like, no, watch it. It's pretty fucking shady. Like, why are you doing that?
Oh, real quick, Joey, I'm gonna put something in the chat. Look at the logo I made for the show. It's now the avatar.
About to pop open Hazy Rays.
Yeah, that looks fucking good. But what a weird fucking that logo, by the way, is going on like shirts and mugs and shit like that. I'm gonna order a few and send them out.
That logo has been going on everything since the dawn of time. Are you talking about that?
No.
the logo we're looking at right now?
In the chat. I designed a new logo. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I think that the Egyptians adopted that logo pretty quick. Well, that beer is actually not as good as I thought it'd be.
No, I designed something for the show. Let me see if I can present it. And then, give me a second. Share screen. This.
I like it, but to be honest with you, I don't like why you did it. Like it's, I kind of want to be fair. Like that's not
Well,
being
it's
fair.
also no, I know it's also got the Corey Flockstra crown. Corey Flokstra's he should run for president. That dude's fucking awesome.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but like to base the show around this guy.
No. I get what you're
I
saying.
didn't mean to call him this guy. Like that sounds really rude. Like Corey, probably the man. I don't know you too well, but probably the man. But it should be a good. The way I look at merch, like when I buy merch, like I always look at a shirt that looks great. It looks like I would wear in the regular, not like doesn't look like band merch. It looks like something eye catching. You know, I'm also into like really stupid, flashy things.
There you
So,
go. Corey
I don't really
fucking
have anything to
rules.
say.
I love Corey. Corey is batshit fucking crazy. But for
It's funny,
some
I
reason,
don't know Corey.
you know,
I've seen
you've
you-
never.
Well, no, hold on. Listen, I've seen you post him a couple times, like posting about a couple videos he did and stuff like that, and like a couple of little crazy videos he did. But also, the reason I know him so well is because his face comes up on my Facebook all the time for friends you may know.
Yeah,
Him in that
he's
Burger
awesome.
King crowns. That's why I know it'd be him. But I
See, Corey is our
I'm
spirit
not
animal.
saying-
He's just.
I'm not
you know-
saying I don't want to do anything for him. I'm just saying I saw the Burger King. I knew what you were referring to, and I just think that's
Corey's such a sweet guy,
a
though. He
little
really
too much.
is.
Yeah, like what you were. Yeah.
Well, the
I think
original
we're
Burger
getting too
King,
far.
the Burger King crown is originally from that guy from Africa on the plane who fucking freaked out. And then Corey Flockstra has been wearing that crown for years, like as a joke. And I was like, oh, well, we'll just throw a Corey Flockstra reference into it because he's great. If you ever watch him, he makes his own comics and he draws them and then does his YouTube channel around the comics and he'll flip the pages and read it in his voice. And he's just like, and then the fucking dinosaur's pussy came out. And you're like, what the fuck? This guy's awesome. This is something that we forgot to get into last week, man.
Yeah, and I just saw the video. I know what you're getting into.
Your camera's on focus, White. I think you need to come closer to your camera. That's very odd.
Me?
Yeah, your camera's on focus, man. You're like fucking blurry, bro.
Really, dude? Seriously? Like,
Really, dude?
Stop my cam and like restart it. Is that better?
A little bit. I don't know. Who fucking cares? I don't give a shit. I was just saying. But yeah, you
said it
brought
was
this up.
blurry?
Yeah, your face is. Are you about to go undercover or something like that?
Double O cocksuck.
Double O cocksuck. Bond, we built you a dildo that fucking doubles as a pleasure toy. It's fine. But you brought this up last week, and I was like, I'll look into it. And I ended up really looking into it, dude. And it is
It's creepy and weird.
so fucking bizarre. And then I'll play, how long is the video? It's 3 minutes. I'll play the video, and then I'll explain to you what I found out about it, which is, again, this shit is super fucking weird. So tinfoil hat, everybody.
Well, explain
Everything
what
will-
it's pertaining to.
What?
Explain what it's pertaining to. You can't
So
just-
this goes into the whole Hawaii fire things on that island, that shitty island that rich people live on. By the way, the police also fucking blocked the exits. It's been confirmed, so people couldn't leave from the
Yeah,
fire.
I
Yeah,
know
so
all that.
that's fucking
Fucked up.
awesome. That's your police force at work.
That's like a whole other story. There's so many stories.
Dude,
that are
there's
really
so
deep
much
and
inconsistencies
fucked
with
up,
this
yeah.
story. It's really fucked up. And now the people of Hawaii are questioning it, which is great. Like, I hope they get super blackpilled on this.
Nobody's gonna, but I hope somebody gets held accountable.
Nah, nobody's going to. They're going to throw the guy under the bus who did the emergency alarms. They've already kind of thrown him under the bus. But so this was pertaining to that fucking fire. This is some crazy shit, and then I'll show you what I found, or I'll explain to you what I found out after this, and then a video from 6 months ago.
Blue. Lahaina burning down. A lot of things that are blue, for some reason,
Full
stood
screen it.
the test of the fire. The
It is.
blue boat was the boat that survived. You got this blue car, and these homes had blue in it. I mean, it gets weird. This is the home from Hurricane Dora that survived, and the owner name was Dora. Got a little blue car right there. You'll see a lot of this blue imagery. This is what's interesting. There's this laser, and it only catches fire to other colors, but not blue. So I had to look
What's up,
it up,
Bill?
and it's because it's a blue laser. It's a blue laser, and that's why it didn't burn the blue. First, you got this little turquoise type blue house, but here's another blue house. This one's painted blue. This is blue, and it survived. Here alone, you can see the blue and red, but you can see a lot of different blue that survived. Right here, blue survived it. The cloth, the boat that survived in the ocean. And these are all just the mainstream articles showing this. The boat was blue. The car that survived, right? It's still blue. And I mean, this is what they showed in the mainstream news. And shout out to my friend, Dana. She pointed this out. This is pattern recognition. And all the people that they show after the devastation are wearing blue. This is where it got weird. And it kind of took a turn for me where I'm like, there's some type of color symbolism happening here. This fire right here, this blue survived it. Cut it off from the blue. Right here where the 47 trunk banyan tree survived. You got this like little blue house restroom that survived. Here's ABC News. The guy in the blue. This girl cleaning is wearing the blue. Good Morning America.
People
this guy's
cleaning,
wearing the blue.
The
Just
aftermath,
weird.
It doesn't matter.
Symbolism.
Show,
Burns, but
I
this
know
guy's
you
carrying
have,
something
please
blue.
we have a video
So
of
everybody
the pre-painting.
I could. So they kind of scrubbed that off the internet.
So yeah,
You can't
tell
find
me. So there was a lot of in October of last year. This
Yep.
is going back almost 10 months ago. There was a video that showed a bunch of celebrities, and this wasn't even had nothing to do with fires or anything. This was before conspiracies. This is just somebody that noticed that a bunch of celebrities and people that were high up in
Oprah
information,
Winfrey. She was one of the ones who did it.
they were painting their house all the same shade of blue. A very weird painting. It wasn't like they were having like the most professional paint job. They were just dousing their house in this same shade of blue. And it's so weird that this happened like less than a year ago. And then this same shade of blue is coming back and these houses have not been burned. Also, there's these lasers they're talking about. Now I sound like a amphibian person, but there's these lasers that, they're color recognition. They can, it's almost like what we do at work. We have it's called color coding, whatever. But you use a color. It's not color coding. It's chroma chroming. So you chrome an image, you take the image and you ignore that image, like whatever it is. Usually we use magenta. We take magenta, we ignore that. All of our backgrounds are magenta, so it looks like magenta. We have one small image.
So you
like
chroma key. So you're talking about chroma key.
Chroma key, yes. And then we usually just put that on there. And I think that's kind of the same technology. They're chroma keying a certain image to be ignored and just light up every other image. But it's crazy though. 10 months ago, all those houses of elitists or rich or people in the know painted that same weird shade of blue, and now we have this.
Oh yeah, like I said, it started with Oprah Winfrey. She was one of the first ones that they noticed that she did this.
that they're showing in these pictures are wearing.
By the way, I just want to say I think this guy's the only thing he's off about is this thing with the cleaning crew. I'm sure that's probably just
The whole thing is like showing
common
the
color.
showing the aftermath people like in blue. That doesn't really show anything. These people weren't there when it happened.
Yeah, that's what
Care
I'm
about
saying.
that.
He's off
blue.
about
So
that.
some the sugar cane, this guy looking at it wearing the blue. I mean, it goes on and on. This guy, New York Times, he's wearing the blue.
Oh, it's
Mind
bad.
control. But because the
yeah.
blue holds the most information through this light spectrum.
All right, he's going off the rails. I'm not going to
definitely
continue
did.
what he's talking about. So when you do there is such thing as laser weapons. The Navy's been using them for years. It's called a DEW, direct energy weapon. For some reason, blue does not burn in those lasers, which is why they're using that blue thing. It's not that they're using a certain type of laser, but there is some validity to the color blue not being heated up by the lasers at all. You can use any color of laser. I saw somebody use a green laser to burn something. I saw somebody use a blue laser to burn something. For some reason, the color blue, though, is very weird. It just does not catch. But I went on the internet and I found this. This is 6 fucking months ago. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
A very unusual sight captured on camera. Japanese and local astronomers say the Chinese satellite was recently seen beaming down green lasers over the islands. This video captured atop the Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea, operated by the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan. Bryce Moore has the story.
The lasers flash for just a couple seconds. Initially thought to be from a NASA altimeter satellite, the Japanese put out a correction note on Monday saying NASA scientists found a most likely candidate as the ACDL instrument by the Chinese Daki-1 AEMS
Hey,
satellite.
Toasty.
I went to a University of Hawaii astronomer who read up on AEMS
Look
instrument.
at that picture, dude.
To
Nuts.
Chinese satellite that is measuring pollutants, among other things. It has many different instruments on it, some kind of topographical mapping, or they're also used for measuring stuff in the Earth's atmosphere. And I think that's what it is, the environmental measurement satellite.
I also sat down with the former
Terrible coincidence.
Marine Forces Pacific. He had some questions.
I'm not sure, this is my opinion, why the Chinese, who are probably some of the most prolific polluters on the planet, would be collecting data on pollutants
They
on this
ain't.
side of the Pacific.
They're not.
Both experts say this isn't explicitly a spy satellite. It is cataloged and known by governments around the world.
The U.S. has satellites that do the same thing. So in this case, despite all of the flurry, well-deserved flurry about Chinese spy satellites and other devices, this one is just orbiting Earth and has a known orbit.
The footage was taken January 28th, before the recent incident where a Chinese balloon traversed over the mainland US before being shot down off the coast of South Carolina. Which brings the question, how much is the Chinese military seeing?
They can shut down any communication nodes that they want if they believe that, I think, the public is getting too much information. So yeah, I think it's more probably military than anything else. That's makes sense.
I had to ask,
is this a risk to locals, to Hawaii?
No, it's not a risk to Hawaii or any place else. We have aircraft making these kind of measurements all the time. If you've seen topographical maps with high precision, those are made using sometimes this kind
This
of.
sounds pretty paid off.
It seems to me that those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Same
so
as him.
that video was sick. Yeah, of course. Well, they're all in the media, but that video is 6 months ago. So what is that? 4 months before the fire, 5 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they have these videos of all these satellite beams coming down from Japan and Hawaii. Very fucking weird. And again, it goes into that whole laser thing. Yeti saying once again, one of the biggest dues is in the world is located in Hawaii. I believe that.
So I couldn't find it, but there was an incident with maybe if you search it, it was in the 80s with.
I
the
tried
technology.
looking for that. That's another one of those things that was scrubbed from the internet.
So
but
it was there right when it happened. You could find that video, but now it's gone. So it was a video about the airplanes that have the technology to do the same thing, and how they accidentally misshot and hit a neighborhood, and killed like 5 people. I think it was, but it was like direct energy lasers from an airplane, and the government admitted it. Yeah, we fucked up. But now you can't find that video. So it's like kind of crazy. Like you can't find that video. Also, you have this shit going on. You have also these other videos of Maui and people shooting videos of lasers being shot into the ground. It's just like there's too much proof. It's not normal.
Pablo said UFO sighting. Dude, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as aliens. There isn't. If there were, we would have been visited. We've been around for so long. They would have been here. We would have found something. The original term for UFO came from that Roswell incident, and what that was is that was a continuation of Operation Paperclip. We had taken every experimental plane that we could find from the Nazis, and let me see if I can find the picture of it. One of the Nazi aircrafts at the time was shaped like a flying saucer. Let me see if I can find it. I think I found it. Yep, here you go. I can't even fucking. So that was an experimental Nazi craft that was a complete fucking circle. We took that shit out towards Roswell, Area 51, which is why that Area 51 was closed for years, or why it was secretive. Other than that, we store a lot of really cool shit there. But we were flying those around, and plus, under Werner von Braun, the Nazis had the first planes that really took off with jet propulsion. Stuff that you'd find in the early. I forgot the name of the plane we had in the 50s that finally had it. It's not the Douglas, but that shit was all those Nazi. Yeah, actually, that's the plane from fucking Indiana Jones.
We just basically stole their
We
their ideas, and yeah,
Well, we took well.
they were
This
like
is
10 years ahead of us, basically.
they were a lot more than that. I mean, they were so fucking technologically advanced that we had to sit there and take their scientists before the Soviets did, which is how we got to the moon. Because Wernher von Braun was head of the V project, so he did the V1, which was done with a pulse jet. Then he did the V2, and that was able to launch up higher than any rocket at the time, and he can come down and he hit like London, or if he hit London, because they kind of the British found a really cool way to get out of that situation. The British lied, and they would say that the Germans missed them by 10 miles to the south. So the Germans would fire 10 miles into the north and end up in the ocean. So the British printed fake propaganda saying like 100 people were killed. So the Germans were just firing into the water without realizing it. Very smart, but he was the one who he did all the rocket propulsion for their rockets. We took him over here with his team of scientists, and those are the first heads of NASA. So, very, very crazy shit.
We're about to do the same thing with Taiwan and the Chinese and that chip plant.
Oh yeah. We're gonna fight over that for sure.
We're gonna
For
steal
fucking
that
sure.
technology, steal those people, steal those scientists, and bring them over.
Pablo, it wouldn't be Hawaii. Area 51, Pablo, is probably the only one that really has secret stuff in it. I think they do a lot of their testing out there, because even when I was in, God, the last time I was in Fort Drum, they launched the new whatever's taken over the B2 stealth. I forgot the name of it. It's the B something, but I saw that when they were test flying it, and they didn't really give a shit. They flew it over fucking New York. They don't give a shit. But whatever is in Area 51 is fucking crazy. But fuck them. I'm gonna play this video anyway. This is something about direct energy.
Defense spends about $1 billion annually developing directed energy weapons, such as high energy lasers and high powered.
I'm sure it is, Yeti. I wouldn't be
These
surprised.
weapons can disrupt or destroy their targets at the speed of light. For example, DoD has developed high energy lasers that have successfully shot down drones, but speed isn't their only advantage. They're also less expensive for use than traditional weapons like guns and missiles. Despite those potential advantages, DoD has had trouble getting these technologies out of the lab and into service. The Army has developed a detailed transition plan to support moving these weapons into the next stages of development. We recommend.
No, I am so glad that you know about fucking Skunk Works, because nobody knows about fucking Skunk Works. Skunk Works is a really fucked up place. Take fucking Raytheon and Boeing and then make it 10 times fucking eviler with the shit they do. I think they were the ones responsible for that. They mount it to the top of trucks now, but it was made for the Army and National Guard. Sorry. And when they go out, it basically radiates heat onto people to the point where it feels like their skin's burning, and it makes crowds disperse. That's Skunk Works. They're fucking evil.
Recommended that the Navy and the Air Force develop similar plans.
Yep, so there you go. There's your direct energy weapons, man. They're here. I'm not playing this video.
Just paint yourself blue and you're good.
Oh no, this is from military time, so this is officially from the military. Yeah, exactly. No, it was all microwave based.
So direct.
It's really fucked up too that it
basically
burns their
laser
skin.
beams. All the services are interested in them. They've been interested in them for decades, going back before the technology was even available. In the most recent years, we've seen a lot of direct energy or laser projects geared at counter drone options. The Army was equipping 5 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt, and larger and higher, more powerful lasers on Stryker combat vehicles for testing in Europe, and of course here in the continental United States. The Air Force did a 2018 counter drone laser rodeo in White Sands missile range, where they tried a whole bunch of different options from vehicle to stationary mounted lasers to take out drones. That's pretty well known. But there's some new projects coming up that are quite interesting for the Navy and the Air Force that are pretty big.
I know that, Yeti.
First one up is Thor.
I went down a
Norse
fucking.
God of Thunder, nor the Marvel.
I went to a fucking DARPA fucking rabbit hole one night. I couldn't sleep. I ended up staying up all night and having to go to work the next day.
Geared toward hitting multiple targets, sometimes simultaneously. That item is a laser essentially that would hit all kinds of drones, different ranges, different powers, different altitudes. It's obviously a prototype, so it's going to take a little while to get it off the ground, but it could help solve that big drone swarm problem that a lot of strategists seem to be concerned with.
it would cover if the baby's in the middle.
Next one's another Air Force project. Pretty interesting, pretty sci-fi. And I'm not going to rely on memory here. I'm going to read the acronym itself. It is the Space Solar-Powered Incremental Development and Research Project, or SPIDER. They have a sub-project, I'm not even going to try to spell it, called Arachne. You get the theme. But essentially what it does is it takes solar power, 2 satellites that are going to collect that energy and then beam that energy through RF frequency to a forward operating base that will then collect it, transfer it back into power. So instead of having generators, convoys, and all the fuel that you
Sorry
need
about
for
that.
you literally are getting your energy from the sun through a satellite. The next one is from the Navy. It is the Directed Energy Systems Integration Lab. Now, the lab broke ground earlier this year and is scheduled to open in December. It's essentially a lab built entirely around figuring out how to put lasers on ships, whether that's to hit drones, use weapons against other ships, maybe lasers for communication.
Pablo, that was true during the Cold War. The U-2 spy planes obviously probably flew out of there because it's closer in proximity to Russia and shit like that. But we did also have them in England, and I believe in Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Like I said, the Area 51 whole thing it's all like there was that joke years ago that any technology we have, the government's had it by 10, 20 years, and I fully fucking believe that.
I believe it too.
I just think Area 51, they're keeping some really fucked up shit. Or, hey, tinfoil hat, maybe it's one of those fucking, maybe it's like the Colorado airport. Maybe it's one of those bunkers where they're all going to go. Lockheed Martin, too. Yeah, you're definitely right. Lockheed Martin is so fucked up. Lockheed Martin, it's really fucked up because, like, now if you go to, like, certain festivals and parades they hold around the year, they have the Lockheed Martin banner, and it's multicolored. They're 50 years ahead. I don't know if they're 50 years ahead, man, but they might be. The problem is we're rapidly fucking speeding up with technology, which is fucking crazy to me. Sorry. Yeah, let's finish this and then.
There's all kinds of options. And this lab is actually going to have about a 36,000 square mile range for testing. And it's going to be testing all these different ideas, all these different concepts for the Navy. So the Air Force is looking at space. Air Force is looking at counter drone. The other services are doing the same, mounting stuff on vehicles. So the technology is finally catching up with the science fiction, and there's options now for lasers across the military services. So a lot of them still in prototype phase, but we'll see what's going to happen.
Shit's getting fucking weird, man. I did get to play with the computer for a. It's not new. It's a newer technology they have in the Army. So we were losing a lot of people in Iraq too when they're turret gunners. You hit by sniper fire, RPGs, all that shit. So they have this newer thing. Responding to messages. They have this newer thing. It's the gun is basically a drone now, and the pilot sits inside the vehicle with a huge. It's like a tablet with remotes on either end. I can't remember the fucking name. I thought it was like Claw or something like that, but it's not. But they can sit there and it has infrared and all that shit, and they can sit inside the vehicle safely and just take targets out. It's fucking crazy. Let's move on to the last thing for tonight because there's a couple things going on after this. Obviously the voice chat. Let me just see if the other thing ever turned out to see if it was happening tonight. Okay, yeah. I'll post that. I'll post that link up in a second. That when we get out of here, people can jump over there, do what they need to do. Give me 1 second. But they're going to jump around, my friend. They're so sexy. If you do not send picture of pussy, then the IRS is going to arrest you. Fuck, where the fuck is it, man? Sorry, I am just trying to fucking get this. I want to move on to the last thing. I just want to get this link in hand for when it happens.
You want to get your link in your hand? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I do.
I think I heard you correctly, but you want your link in your hand?
I'll post the link when we're done with this thing. We have to talk about this and
Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity. Earlier today, former President Donald Trump waived his right to an in-person arraignment, pled not guilty.
Pablo, I have to
to
do
charges
something
in
after this, but I will text you for
That means
sure.
Trump has now officially pled not guilty to all 91 alleged crimes in all 4 jurisdictions. Here now with reaction is Trump.
Dude, I look. I wanted to bring this up for a special reason. I get it. Some people don't like him. Some people like him. I don't care anymore. But 91 different charges because he's running again is really fucking silly. Like, I'm sure if he dropped out of the race today, those charges would go away.
Legal spokeswoman Alina Habba. Alina, thanks for being here. I feel like we're gonna have update after update.
She kind of looks like Laura Loomer.
Because
hey,
this
thanks,
is what
Nil.
they've
Fucking
done.
rock
This is
on,
what
dude.
They've set into motion. Give us an update on what this means as it pertains to the case down in Atlanta and what the Trump legal strategy is.
I think it's not surprising that he pled today not guilty. Obviously, he waived his right to go in for an arraignment in person because why give them more of a media frenzy? We don't need that. So, from here, we actually get to litigate the case, which as an attorney, I look forward to. I know our legal team does as well, to getting to take our own turn at looking at all of the information and our own turn to put our side out, which is something that everybody needs to remember. It has not happened as of yet. Or indictments are simply that, an indictment, which is just one-sided BS, for lack of a better word, on their political scheme to interfere with the leading candidate for president.
Alina, this is all ridiculous. It's all a circus. It's all meant to interfere inside the timeline of the election process. That's a given. So these questions sort of come with that sense of how it's. But if you're planning for Georgia, the DC timeline was just set for March 4th, as you know, the day before Super Tuesday, much sooner than your team had anticipated. What do you anticipate for a timeline down in Atlanta? Like, how quickly are they going to try to push this in your sense, and how will you push back?
Let's be clear, the Jack Smiths and the Fannie Willises and the DA Braggs and the Letitia James, if they could have it their way, they would have all trials the same week. It's unrealistic, it's ridiculous, and it's obvious. So what I think is happening is the judges are going to have to fight it amongst themselves. You cannot have one defendant on multiple cases. But if you do look at the timeline, like you mentioned, every single event from the indictment to the rush grand jury,
I take
years
it back, Yeti.
after
I'm
the
sorry.
events took place, when they didn't need to
You're
rush
right.
it, they could have had it 2 years ago.
Although Laura Loomer
Every
used to be
single
very pretty
thing
before all
says
that
very
plastic
clearly,
surgery. Jesus
Joe
Christ, she looks
Biden
like a
doesn't know
fucking
what he's doing in
Frankenstein.
office, so let's distract America so that all we talk about is President Trump and these hoaxes, and that's really all they are. So what are they? We're going to obviously argue that it's impossible for one person to be in 4 different places. We're going to argue that this is election interference, and then we're going to take a look at each individual person and say, you ran for office based on the fact that you said you were going to get Trump, and so did you, and so did you, and now we need our Constitution and due process to step in and do its part. And if we don't have fair judges, unfortunately, we're not going to get that. So we have a great team. I love our legal team right now. I feel strong. The president feels strong, and we're going to take each one head on.
It is amazing when you look at the Hunter Biden problem, indictment. Hunter Biden problem, add charges to indictment. Hunter Biden problem, indictment again. When do we set the trial date? Iowa caucuses. How about we do it the day before Super Tuesday? I've never seen anything like it. Of course, it's totally unprecedented. And the way you put it together, it is election interference. And keep us updated on what you're seeing. Appreciate your time. Alina Habba, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. I'm a COI. Yeah, but so this is. I want to talk about like my opinion on this whole fucking thing, and I know probably nobody cares. I'm not a Trump guy. I was in 2016 because he was the underdog. I don't think he did a lot for the right. I think he did more for the left. He kind of appeased them. I will give him credit, though. Gas was way down, which is super important. I was making way more fucking money on my paycheck. I'm not now. We weren't giving billions of dollars to a fucking piece of shit Eastern European country that I don't give a flying fuck about. I also think that this is total bullshit. I think the fact that he's running, and there's a video of Joe Biden a couple during the 2020 election where he said he's going to, if he wins, he's going to try to find a way to prosecute fucking Trump through any loophole possible. He literally said loophole. So it's just a political hit job. This is the dumbest shit. This is something you hear in El Salvador, maybe. This is not the America thing that this is not the America that we fucking once knew. And I know every year every other year somebody looks back and they go like, oh, the country used to be different. No, the country's vastly different than it was 10 years ago. Like, we're so fucked. You can't really have an opinion. You can't disagree with certain alphabets, or you're labeled like a fucking extremist or something. And it's like, dude, no, I just want to, honestly, I just want to be left alone. I want to make money. I want to be able to support my fucking family. I want to have to sit there and live paycheck to paycheck like I am now. Well, a country in Eastern Europe is fucking getting all my money. What's going to happen what's going to happen in February? I'm going to pay taxes. The economy's still going to fail. That money's still going to go. Do you understand we sent 46 fucking packages worth billions to the Ukraine? What are we doing there? Why are we there? Who gives a flying fuck? And this indictment is really dumb because all they are doing is they are strengthening his campaign. They think they're doing damage and they're not. They're just, it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, strike me down, I'll come back stronger. That is really what's fucking happening right now. And it's really fucking weird because even stuff like this is happening now.
Support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictment?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit.
This isn't even the only one, though. I just pulled one example. There is so many like this where people who wouldn't have supported him 6 years ago are now, or however long ago it was that he started, 2016. So that's what, 8 years ago, 7 years ago? I don't fucking know. But there's people who would never have supported him who are now supporting him. And I think they thought maybe the mugshot was going to fucking take him out, and it's not. It just made him stronger. He is now selling his mugshot on a fucking shirt. He's going to rake in money. He just raked in $20 million in donations. I think Ron DeSantis just dropped out of the race and put all of his support into Trump, which I knew was going to happen. And I like Ron DeSantis, and I wish Ron DeSantis would be president. I just don't think this was his time. But this shit is so stupid. This is the dumbest shit. Like, we're literally, they're helping him win.
He's stupid. Republicans are so stupid.
Republicans are so stupid. No, but yeah, it's just fucking dumb. Like, they had this strategy and it's just blowing up in their face. That's it. It's over for them. Especially since Biden is so down in the, like, you can't make him likable. Every time he says something, he goes, I my house was. I'm not joking. He says that every sentence. I'm not joking. It's like,
but I lost 2 rolls of toilet paper back in 1978 when my tub overflowed.
My son sucked
what
my.
He said with the Florida thing.
Well, what did he say about the Hawaii thing? Oh, lightning struck my house.
Oh no, it was that he lightning struck his house. His tub overflowed, and he lost 2 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, and then he goes, I'm not joking. And it's like, what are you talking about? Just go to sleep, old man. We're getting towards the top of the hour. Let me put that link in the chat for everybody. So I have to go. Dude, you can literally go to since all social media supporters are telling them that they won't vote for because of Trump. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I mean. Like, this was too soon for him. He should have waited till 2028. If he'd waited till 2028, he sat here this election cycle and just supported Trump, it would have just strengthened his resolve, especially in his home state. Knowing that Trump won Florida is so big, and also won Miami, which is a Democrat stronghold in Florida. He should have just fucking waited and got the support of Trump in 2028. Never had look. I love DeSantis. I think he's probably one of the greatest governors, but it was a very, very, very dumb move. When I've said that he's doing better there in Florida, he should just hold that down and continue to do. Yeah, I agree. He absolutely should stay in Florida. And then, like I said, in 2028, if he's feeling up to it, fucking run. Just run. There was no reason. Okay, Liz, there was no reason for him to run this time. I think it was a very fucking ill-advised idea. I think he ran because he thought Trump was actually going to get indicted. And then I think attack. By the way, Trump's nicknames for DeSantis are fucking garbage. 2016 nicknames are better. But we're gonna wrap it up. I want to put this link in the fucking chat. That is to Nightwave Radio. I know Mersh is live now. I'll probably head over there soon. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining in this impromptu show. I hope everybody comes in tomorrow too, because we'll be tomorrow. What do you want to do tomorrow? 8, 9?
Let's same for 9.
Say for 9.
9 sounds
Connor, your mom runs for president. Boom, roasted. My mom would say a lot of things that would torpedo her campaign. Fucking join us tomorrow, episode 50. Episode fucking 50.
Good night, guys. Love you.
Everybody, have a great fucking night. Hey, glad you all fucking enjoyed it.
Too. We'll see you tomorrow night, though.
Yep. Glad Neil was in the fucking chat. I haven't seen him in a while. Joey, Pablo, Stevie J, Steven, all those guys. You guys are great. Joey, send me the fucking link to that. I'll be on within the next couple minutes, of course. Hey, everybody be safe out there. Like, subscribe, share this out there, and, fucking show up tomorrow. If you don't show up tomorrow, it kind of means that you're one of those colorful rainbow people. No, I'm joking. But have a great night, everybody.